Good evening, everyone. Here I'm going to start exercise number 2.2 of polynomials. I hope that you have viewed the last video of exercise 2.1 and have a knowledge about what is a polynomial, how many types of polynomial, and on what basis the polynomials are categorized. I can give you a little recap of last exercise. In last exercise, we have studied about that there are polynomials like linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, cubic polynomial, constant polynomial depend upon the degree of the polynomial. And the degree of the polynomial depends upon the maximum power of x, y, or z, whatever the variable present in that polynomial. Let's say, for example, the variable present is x, so we see that what is the maximum power of x in that polynomial? What will be the maximum power of x in that polynomial? That will be the degree of that polynomial. If we see the maximum power is 3, then we say that this is a cubic polynomial. If we say that the maximum power of x is 2, then we will say that it is a quadratic polynomial. If we see only 3 or any constant value is written like 5, 6, 7 without any x variable along with that, then we only say that is a constant polynomial. Polynomial is also categorized depend upon the number of terms in that polynomial. If there is only one term in that polynomial, we will see that it is a monomial polynomial. If we have two terms in that polynomial, we will see that it is a binomial polynomial. And if we say that if it has three terms in that polynomial, then it is said to be a trinomial polynomial. And we have also studied that for a polynomial, the power of x can never be negative or in a decimal form. In first exercise, we have studied this thing so far. Now we are going to study what is the value of find the value of the polynomial, like it is given here 5x minus 4x square plus 3. We have to find the value of this polynomial at various values of x. In first part, it is given that x equal to 0. So we have to find the value of this polynomial at x equal to 0. How we can do that? Let for a time being, you can say this polynomial will be represented by this variable px. We can say that p is the polynomial in variable x. It is equal to 5x minus 4x square plus 3. We have given polynomial 5x minus 4x plus 3. We have denoted this polynomial by this term by the px. P means polynomial and x means this polynomial is variable x that we have marked here x. If this polynomial is in y, we will write it here py. If this polynomial is in z, we will write it as pz. It is not mandatory that we always use here p. We can use here any alphabet like a, b, c, d, e, f, g, h. It does not matter at all. But this x will matter. If this polynomial is in x form, then we have to write here x. If this polynomial is in y variable, then we have to write here y. Basically, we denoted it by p because p means polynomial. Now, we have to find at x equal to 0 the value of this polynomial. So what we do that? We only put the value of x here 0 because we have to find the value of the polynomial at x equal to 0. Whenever we put the value of x equal to 0 here, everywhere, wherever there is present x, we will put here 0. 5 0 minus 4 0 whole square plus 3. The value of 5 multiplied by 0 is 0. 4 multiplied by 0 square is 0 plus 3. So value of this polynomial at x equal to 0 is plus 3. In this way, we have to solve these questions. In second part, it is given that we have to find the value of polynomial at x equal to minus 1. So what we will do that? We will put here minus 1. When we put here minus 1, everywhere we have to put minus 1, minus 4, minus 1 whole square plus 3. This will come out to be minus 5. Minus 1 whole square is 1. 1 into minus 4, minus 4 plus 3. And this will be minus 9 plus 3. This comes out to be minus 6. So the answer of second part is at x equal to minus 1, the value of this polynomial is minus 6. I think that third part you can do on your own, that what is the value of this polynomial at x equal to 2. Question number 2 is also same. Here we have to find the value of polynomial at p0. The polynomial is given here in first part py. Why it is given py? Because this polynomial is variable y. Py is equal to y square minus ka y plus 1. We have to find the value of p0. That means at y we will put here 0, and when we put here 0, everywhere wherever y is present, we will put 0. 0 whole square minus 0 plus 1. This comes out to be at y equal to 0, p0 is equal to 1. This is the value of p0 of this polynomial py. Again, we have to find the value of p1 and p2 also. So what we will do for p1, we will put the value of y is 1, and by putting the value of 1, you can solve the value, find out the value of p1, p2, and so on. I am doing part number 4. Part number 2nd and 3rd you can do on your own. What will happen in part number 4? It's little bit complicated. In part number 4, it is given px is equal to x minus 1, x plus 1. But it is so simple. There is no problem at all in this question. First, we have to find the value of p0. For finding the value of p0, just put here 0. And what will happen? 0 minus 1, 0 plus 1. p0 is equal to minus 1 multiplied by plus 1, that comes out to be minus 1. Similarly, you can find the value of p1 and p2. I am finding the value of p2 here. The value of p2 will be 2 minus 1, 2 plus 1. It comes out to be 1 multiplied by 3. So the value of p2 is equal to 3 for part number 4. In this way, we have to solve these two questions. This is question number 3 of exercise 2.2. What is in this question? Verify whether the following are zeros of the polynomial indicated against them. Here it is given the polynomial px is equal to 3x plus 1. We have to find out whether x equal to minus 1 by 3 is the zero of this polynomial or not. Now there is a concept that how can we identify whether the any number is a zero of that polynomial or not. The concept is that if by putting the value of that x in that polynomial, the answer comes out to be 0, then that means that is the zero of that polynomial. As the name suggests, zeros. What are the zeros? Those values, by putting those values, the answer of the value of that polynomial comes out to be 0. If it does not happen, that means this is not the zero of that polynomial. Let us discuss the question number 3rd part first for the better clarity of the question. Here it is, polynomial is given px is equal to 3x plus 1, and we have to check whether x equal to minus 1 by 3 is the zero of this polynomial or not. How can we check? We just put value of x here minus 1 by 3. When we put x equal to minus 1 by 3, here x equal to minus 1 by 3 plus 1. The 3 will be cancelled out with this 3. Here it becomes minus 1 plus 1. So the value of p minus 1 by 3 is equal to 0. So by putting the value of x equal to minus 1 by 3 in this polynomial, the value comes out to be 0. So yes, minus 1 by 3 is the 0 of this polynomial. In this way, we will do other questions also. Let us do question number 2, part number 2. Here it polynomial is given px is equal to 5x minus pi. And we have to check whether x equal to 4 by 5 is the zero of this polynomial or not. Similarly, we will put here x equal to 4 by 5. What will happen? X equal to 4 by 5 and minus pi. You can put the value of pi here 22.7 if you want to put. If you do not want to put, then also it is okay, because we can clearly see that by putting the value of x equal to 4 by 5 here, the value will never comes out to 0. So there is no use. If you want to put value of pi, you can put. If you do not want to put, you can't do not put. So what will happen here? 5 will be cancelled out with this 5, and p 4 by 5 is equal to 4 minus 22 upon 7. There is no use of taking LCM here and finding this value in the form of fraction. We can clearly identify that this is not equal to 0. And if it is not equal to 0, that means P x equal to 4 by 5 is not the 0 of this polynomial. Similarly, we will do part number 4. Part number 3 is I am skipping because it is too much simple. So you can do on your own. I can do part number 4. What is given in part number 4? Here it is given Px is equal to x plus 1, x minus 2, x plus 1, x minus 2. If you want, you can multiply these. If you do not want, you leave it. Here it is given, we have to find that x equal to minus 1 and x equal to 2 are the zeros of this polynomial or not. So what we will do here, we will put at x equal to minus 1 and find out whether it is equal to 0 or not. X equal to minus 1 plus 1 and minus 1 minus 2. We will see minus 1 plus 1 will be cancelled out. Whenever 0 will be multiplied by any term, the value of p minus 1 is equal to 0. Since the value of p minus 1 is equal to 0, therefore x equal to minus 1 is the 0 of this polynomial. Now we have to check whether 2 is also the 0 of this polynomial or not. We will do it similarly. At x equal to 2, we will put here the value of x equal to 2 plus 1 and 2 minus 2. Again, 2 will be cancelled out with this minus 2. So the value of p2 is equal to 0. Since the value of p2 is equal to 0, therefore minus 1 and 2 both are the zeros of this polynomial. Part number 5 I am skipping because it is too much simple, but I am doing part number 6 for your convenience. What will happen in part number 6? We see here px is equal to lx plus m is given. Px is equal to px is equal to lx plus m, and we have to check whether x equal to minus 1 and 2, sorry, x equal to minus m by l, x equal to minus m by l is the 0 of this polynomial or not. We do not need to worry about this. We have to simply put the value of x here minus m by l, and everything will be sorted out on your own. L, put the value of x here minus m by l plus m. Here also L will be cancelled out with this L. What will be left? Minus m plus m. And minus m will be cancelled out with this plus m. So the value of p minus m by l is equal to 0. Since the value of polynomial at x equal to minus m by l is equal to 0, therefore x equal to minus m by l is the 0 of this polynomial. I am also doing part number. Similarly, we have to do the part number 7. How we do part number 7? In this part number 7, it is given px is equal to 3x square minus 1. Px is equal to 3x square minus 1. And x equal to minus 1 by root 3 and 2 by root 3. We have to check whether these are the zeros of this polynomial or not. How we will do that? We will put here the value of x equal to minus 1 by root 3. When we put x equal to minus 1 by root 3 here, we will also put here also x equal to minus 1 by root 3 whole square minus 1. And we know that whenever there is a square of any negative number, it will be positive. And the value of 1 by root 3 whole square will be 1 by 3. So 3 multiplied by 1 by 3 minus का 1, root 3 whole square is equal to 3. And minus 1 whole square is equal to plus 1. This 3 will be cancelled out with this 3 and the value will become 1 minus 1, that is equal to 0. Therefore, minus 1 by root 3 is the 0 of this polynomial in part number 7. Similarly, we will check for at x equal to 2 by root 3. Here 3 x square 2 by root 3 whole square minus 1. What will happen here? 3 2 whole square is equal to 4 and root 3 whole square is equal to 3 minus 1. So 3 will be cancelled out with this 3. What will happen here? 4 minus 1 is equal to 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. Since P 2 by 3 is not equal to 0, therefore 2 by root 3 is not the 0 of this polynomial. However, minus 1 by root 3 is the 0 of this polynomial. Now, in question number 4, we have to find the zeros of the polynomial. In question number 3, we have to check whether these are the zeros of the polynomial or not. We will see that by putting the value of that polynomial, if the value of polynomial comes out to be 0, then that will be the 0, otherwise it will not be a 0. But in question number 4, it is not asked that whether is the 0 of this polynomial or not. It is asked that find the value of the polynomial, find the zeros of the polynomial. For finding the zeros of the polynomial, we have to put that polynomial is equal to 0. That means, like here it is given px is equal to x plus 5 in first part. So how we can find the value of, how we can find the zeros of this polynomial? We simply put px equal to 0 by putting px equal to 0. We will write here x plus 5 equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 5. So this minus 5 is the 0 of this polynomial. Similarly, we will do second part. In second part, for finding the 0 of that polynomial px is equal to x minus 5, what we will do? We will put this polynomial is equal to 0. So x minus 5 is equal to 0. So x equal to 5 is the 0 of this polynomial. We can also cross check whether this answer is correct or not. We can put the value of 5 in the above polynomial. If the result will comes out to be 0, that means we are doing it correct. Otherwise, there is some error. Similarly, we do part number third. For doing the part number third, what we will do? We will put this polynomial px is equal to 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. So 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. So 2x is equal to minus 5 and x is equal to minus 5 by 2. So here minus 5 by 2 is the 0 of this polynomial. Similarly, we can do part number 4 because it is pretty simple. I am doing part number 5. How we will do part number 5? We will similarly do px is equal to 3x by putting px equal to 0. We will get 3x equal to 0. So x is equal to 0. So 0 is the 0 of this polynomial. Similarly, we will do part number 6. Here it is given px is equal to ax. So we will put px equal to ax, px equal to 0. So here ax is equal to 0 and x equal to 0 is the 0 of this polynomial. I am doing last question, that is part number 7. In part number 7, px is equal to cx plus d is given and we have to find the 0 of this polynomial. We will put px equal to 0, cx plus d is equal to 0. So cx is equal to minus d and x equal to minus d by c is the 0 of this polynomial. So in this way, we will find the zeros of the polynomial. How we will find? We will put that polynomial is equal to 0. Whatever will be the value of x will come out, that value will be the 0 of this polynomial. So in this way, this exercise number 2.2 will be over. In our next class, we will do exercise number 3.3.